What's up, world? This is your girl P. So, how to know that you have to hurt in order to heal? Well, as a disclaimer, okay, I'm not on here to project my thoughts on anyone. I'm just sharing my vantage point. And coming from me and the way I see things and what's going on in my life, I have to be hurt in order to heal. I have to experience things in order to heal. When you're a person such as myself that loves with every fiber of your being, you have to get hurt in order to heal. And why I say this is basically because when I love so deeply and I get hurt, I have to get hurt in order to let go because it's hard for me to let go. And I have to understand that, you know what I'm saying? So I'll still hold on to my feelings, but move on, you know? And I have to get hurt so that I can let go because it's hard for me to let go. And I understand that because I have a Cancer moon. My moon energy is the crab. It holds on to the feelings. It's hard to let go. So people have to hurt me in order for me to force to let go. It's like if they don't verbally tell me, then they have to do it in other ways to force me to let go because it's hard for me to let go. So when a person hurts me over and over and over and over again, it's like I have to accept it and just let go and then heal. You know what I'm saying? So once I am forced to let go because people can't tell me verbally that, they don't want to deal with me, if they can't say it out of their mouths, they'll do it in other ways. And I'm a communicator. If a person was to actually tell me that they didn't want to deal with me or whatever, I could take it. You know what I'm saying? But what I don't understand is people don't say it. So they'll do things because I'm looking for it to be said verbally because I don't have a problem with telling that to another person. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with communicating, but for some reason, people have a problem with communicating to me. They don't want to say it to me. So they'll just ignore me. You know what I'm saying? And I know that there's a saying that no response is a response, but because I'm a communicator, I don't understand non-communication. You know what I'm saying? I expect people to communicate because we're adults. So I have to be hurt in that way in order for me to let go, and then I heal. And it's easy for me to heal quick. I don't know if Gemini energy is so fast acting because I think, you know what I'm saying? That's the motto of Gemini energy is I think. So I'll sit and think about it. I'll think and think and think and think and think and think. And this has helped me heal. So it's like now it's like, okay, when I look at the situation, I'm like, okay, well, when I move on, because I am and I do, when I move on and I move on to something else, I won't feel bad about it because me moving on was no choice of mine because I tried and I tried and I tried and I tried and I tried. So I'll move on. And I'm referring to people. I'm not referring to my hopes and dreams. I'm still going to go after those, but I'm just referring to people. I have a big heart and it's hard for me to let go. You know what I'm saying? So people have to do things intentionally to force me to let go. And at first I wasn't, understanding like, why is the universe allowing this to happen? The universe is allowing it to happen because it's hard for me to let go. So people have to do these things to me in order for me to let go. It's like a crab hanging on a live crab. If you can imagine a live crab, these are my feelings though. But a live crab and a crab is just clawed, the claws is holding on, the claw won't let go. And so you have to like either cut the crab off or the claw off or peel it off or pry it off in order for it to let go. And then once the crab drops down, the crab has no choice but to crawl away. So that's the natural energy that I have. It's a holding on to the feelings, the holding on to the emotions. It's holding on, and it's not a physical thing. It's just a emotional thing that I hold on tight. You know what I'm saying? And I never knew this about myself. You know, and studying astrology, this is how I got to learn about me. But even though I know this about me, it's still that's I can't help the natural energy that I have. It's a holding on to the emotions and feelings type of energy. It's hard to let go. But when people ignore me continuously ignore me, I have no choice. It's like you just gotta let it go. You just gotta let go. So this is my moon sign. You know what I'm saying? This is my moon energy. This is how I am with my feelings. I hold on tight with my feelings. So once people just keep doing it over and over and over again, it's like, okay, you know what? Enough is enough. They don't want to be woman or man enough to tell me I don't want to deal with you anymore and say it out of their mouths. They'll just ignore me. You know what I'm saying? Then I have to just take that's the answer. You know what I'm saying? And so, and I'm a big girl about it. It's kind of like, it shouldn't have to be that way because I have no problem communicating my feelings, but I can't expect people to be like me because I'm a whole individual, and this is the type of person that I am, that I will say it to you how I feel. You know what I'm saying? I expect that in return, even though I don't get it in return. I expect it in return, but I don't get it in return. So I have to just accept it. No answer is an answer. And we hear that all the time, right? We hear people say no answer is an answer. When a person doesn't answer you or people don't answer you, then you need to take that as the answer because they can't say it. I don't know why people do that, if they're doing it intentionally to hurt you or whatever, but they're hurting themselves at the end of the day, because when you're a person and you can't say how you feel, you can't, you on the other side of that, you can't take that personal because it's not about you. When people treat you like that, it's not about you. It's about how they feel about themselves, because people only treat people the way they treat people based on how they feel about themselves. Because when we however we treat people is because how we feel about ourselves. When we are kind to people, it's because we're kind to ourselves. When we're mean and cruel to people, it's because we're mean and cruel to ourselves. So it's never about you, and you can't take those things personal. But when you know about your feelings and you understand that, hey, you know what I'm saying, this is the type of heart I have, I hold on to my feelings, then that is just what it is. You just hold on, but that crab energy, that claw energy, holding on to your feelings, and trying to understand why people are emotionally abusing you. I have to heal from that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to keep it moving and just not let it get to me. And it is what it is. And, I pray for people that one day, because I used to say, I don't know if I want to pray for people, because when you pray for people, you're covering them. And I have a big heart, you know what I'm saying? But you can't break it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you allow your heart to be broken, it'll be hard for you to mend it back together. And then you won't have room to love anybody else because you allow a person to damage you. You know what I'm saying? So you have to guard your heart, because everything you do flows from it. You know what I'm saying? And when you're a loving, kind person, then you allow people to break it, then you won't be able to give love and you won't be able to receive it. And so I share this because it's a learning lesson for me, because you're never too old to learn any type of lesson in life. We're constantly growing, healing, and evolving as people. And everything that happens in your life is a learning lesson. You live and you learn. But at the end of the day, I see it as that it had to happen this way, because when, it's blocking my blessing because I hold on to my feelings for people. I can't help it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm always going to be like that, but I have to hurt in order to heal. You know what I'm saying? So I had to be hurt. The people who I was holding on to my emotions and my feelings for, they had to hurt me in order for me to let go. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't tell me that to let go. They had to show me, let me go. And so now I let go and I move on with my life. And I'm not going to look back, because if I look back, I'll turn into a pillar of salt, meaning I'll get stuck in the past. And it's time to move forward. And this is why the universe allowed this to happen. It's not because I'm a bad person. It's not because I'm not a kind and loving person. It is because I'm a kind and loving person. You know what I'm saying? And that enough is enough. You're hurting your own self by holding on to people who don't care about you, you know? And again, I don't project my thoughts, feelings, and opinions on anyone. This is my experience, and I'm sharing it with you. But that's all I got for you. And I holla though. One love. Peace.